Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's gonna be a fun video. We're gonna do just a basic no makeup routine, a get ready with me style. Um, and I'm also gonna give you some tips on just how to feel put together and like now that you're in a funk during this whole quarantine. I feel like a lot of us can just let ourselves go during this time and make unhealthy choices and just kind of not care what we look like. And to that extent, I totally get it. Like, we need a break from what society considers being put together. But I think just for your own self-care and just sanity, I personally like to still take care of myself, so I'm not dealing with a mess once this is all over. So I'm going to just start getting ready with a really basic no makeup routine. This is like super quick. And this is probably the first step that I would say for you, is that if you're gonna like maybe run errands, or if you are working from home and you have video calls, or even if you just are gonna be chilling at home with your family, if you want to put a little bit of makeup on, that's totally fine. I'm all about letting your skin breathe, but I think that this is basic enough that you can still wear it, and also some people wear this type of thing to the gym. I personally don't, but first of all, I don't even go to the gym. So but you can kind of do something like this, or this will be a really great airport look too. Okay, so let's start off with my usual, the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 primer spray. So yeah, the first thing I would say is figure out what you like to highlight the most. So for me, it's always been my eyes, and eyelashes. Like, I love that, and that's why I do get eyelash extensions, even though right now currently they currently really need to fill pretty badly, but I obviously everything's closed, and that's totally fine. I'm just kind of letting them breathe, but they look crazy. So I just like to kind of clean up around them and just kind of pretend that my eyelashes are popping even though they're not. So the first thing I do is just put some concealer, very light, on my face. I've started breaking out a little bit on this side. I don't know if it's my pillowcase that probably needs to wash, because I've been napping a lot more while I'm home. But I think that was probably because I did that skincare video last week where I was just like, my skin's doing fine, blah blah blah, because you always break out after that kind of thing. I'm gonna use my Sephora Micro Smooth powder, same as last time. The Micro Smooth is what I used last time, and this is the best powder ever, even better than the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, because that one breaks me out. I have this in the color Tan Matte, which I'll link all this down below. So I have some powder. You can add a little bit of bronzer. I feel like bronzer just kind of brings my face back to life, and I kind of use it as blush as well on your eyelids. There you go. Then let's put some eyebrow gel. So I'm just fumbling through my stuff. Eyebrow gel. Just for the purpose of this video, we can totally put a little bit of highlight while we're at it. And as you can see, even though I was breaking out, I'm not really trying to cover it like crazy or anything, because I don't really care about those showing. And also, I just feel like when you have a pimple, if you try to cake a lot of stuff on it, I feel like it just kind of brings more emphasis to it. And I just kind of rather just let it show, because I feel like that also just makes the overall look even more natural. I should have mentioned this, but my mirror is here, so that's what I'm using. Okay, a little bit of the Fenty Gloss in Fenty Glow, and then last but not least, a little bit of powder, the same spray. And that is it, my friends, for the makeup. So as you can see, very, very natural and beautiful, and just kind of like, can't even tell if I have makeup or not. I should actually like try to fix my lashes a little bit. I don't want to wear mascara because I feel like that'll make them come out even more. And I still have some left, like enough that I feel still okay. I just kind of look a little bit like a crackhead, but it's okay. So done with the makeup. Okay, the next thing I have is jewelry. So jewelry is something that I'm super passionate about. I love jewelry, and I think that I don't know, it just makes me feel more glam, even when I'm wearing like sweats and stuff. So I feel like still putting on your earrings and all your favorite jewels. Like I have a ton of piercings, so I love like a lot of earrings and like playing around with them. I still love layering necklaces. These two are ones that I wear every single day. I shower with them and everything, and these never come off. These are usually like my base, and then I always add something fun on top of it. And then I wear my rings, and my watch and bracelets and everything. Like, I just love jewels, and I think that playing around with them and not necessarily like waiting to like you have to go out to wear jewelry, I don't think that's the case, and I think you can still feel better and have fun while you're at home. I also think washing and styling your hair, it's very easy to keep your hair in a messy bun with hair that you haven't washed in weeks. And it's very easy to just stay that way, but I personally think like still taking care of yourself and like washing your hair as often as you need to. I wash my hair about twice a week, and then I let it air dry, and then I pass the flat iron on it a little bit. Sometimes I wear it natural, but I do have a keratin treatment in my hair that really needs to be touched up. So the bottom of my hair is still like really smooth. My roots, I think up until here, are like pretty wavy and frizzy, so I have to touch it up with a flat iron regardless. But I love doing that. And then I don't really focus that much on the back, so the back is still kind of like a little curly, messy, but I feel like my hair is heavy enough that it kind of covers it, and it's dark, so it hides all the sins. But I do that. I really need a cut, and I need to dye my hair because I feel like my grays are coming out, but it's fine. I'll deal with that when all this is over. Also taking care of your nails and toes. So if you're someone who usually likes manicures and like, you know, getting your nails done and all that stuff, you can still take care of your nails at home. So what I currently do is I just cut and file and buffer my nails. I'm currently using the OPI Nail Envy. This is a nail strengthener. And what I like about it is it's not too shiny. Even though it's 2 coats, it's just very like natural looking, and it just looks very polished and clean. If I do want a little bit of color, I like the Bubble Bath by OPI, just because this is really hard to mess up. When I go to salon, I generally love like nudes and whites, but the whites especially are kind of hard for me to do myself. So this is a very easy color, and I do have a couple nudes that I like to rotate in between, but I currently have this on my toes, and just like keeping them like well cleaned and well taken care of, I think just makes all the difference. Also just like general grooming, like I generally do like getting my eyebrows threaded, but obviously that's closed, so I've just been like kind of tweezing them to just like clean them up. And I also use the one of those like eyebrow tweezers, not tweezers, the eyebrow little razors. The brand is by Twinkle. I get them on Amazon by bulk, and I like cleaning up the top with it, and also like your mustache area. If you have any peach fuzz, you can kind of take it off, and it just makes your skin like really smooth, and I love the way makeup applies on top of that. So doing that, like shaving wherever, or like taking care of like your hair, if that's something you personally like doing. I really like being like a hairless cat. So I shave everything that I need to, and keep up with that, because I don't know, it just makes me feel good to have just like smooth skin all around. Even if it's not for anyone else, it's for me. Even though I'm married and I'm sure he appreciates that I take care of myself, I do it for myself. I also like Perfume. So I rotate in between a couple. My favorites are from Elizabeth and James, the white and black Nirvana. I love that. I even love my all-time favorite. It's kind of embarrassing. It's still Britney Spears Fantasy, the midnight version. That's hard to get, so I have to get it off of Amazon, or once in a while I can score on like TJ Maxx and find it there. But that's been like an all-time favorite of mine. And Victor and Ralph Flower Bomb, the classic. I love that. So usually out the shower, I'll do that, or I'll do like a body spray, something to just kind of make me, it just kind of lifts your mood. So I love Perfume. And another thing is cute lounge clothes. So right now, obviously, as you can see, I'm just kind of wearing a sweatshirt. I've been wearing sweatshirts with like little biker shorts, or like little sweatsuits, or just like very nice loungewear. And like, even though it sweats, you can still get ones without holes, and not wear your raggedy ones. Like the ones that I wear if I'm gonna dye my hair, those are special. And that's not meant for every day. That's meant for that time. So doing like actually getting out of your pajamas every day, I feel like makes me feel just that much more productive. So I definitely recommend that, especially if you're working from home. Just kind of getting up, making your bed, and putting on clean, fresh clothes, I think is essential. I'm not the type of person who likes to wear like jeans and like leather pants and like button-down shirts and like fancy stuff when I'm at home. I don't understand how people wear jeans and like shoes in their house. I think that's really weird. Usually as soon as I come home, even when I'm going out, as soon as I come home, I want to take it off. Like, wearing jeans at home is just weird to me, but maybe some other people actually do it. What else do I have here? So I'm reading some notes that I wrote down because I was like super prepared. I also like just general self-care. So doing like face masks, cooking and eating healthy food. So that's a big one. Just like, it's very easy to get into this rut where you're just like eating garbage. And like, I definitely did that the first week when I was home. It's just kind of like eat all the snacks, the Oreos, the ice cream, all this and that. And it's just like, I really don't want to gain I really don't want to gain a ton of weight while I'm here. And it just makes me feel sluggish and unproductive, and just like eating well. And it's also going to boost your immune system if you're eating healthy food. So just kind of taking care of yourself about what goes in, drinking lots of water. That's something I really need to work on. I just kind of tend to forget, and I drink water, but just nowhere as much as I should, especially for someone who's home. Like, you have your own toilet. Like, you should be able to like drink a gallon and be okay, because you're not, I don't know, when I'm in public, I don't really like to drink that much because I don't want to use the bathroom constantly. But when you're home in the comfort of your own bathroom, like, that should be fine. So I need to work on that myself. Listening to music, podcasts, playing board games with whoever you're with at home, like doing other things, not just watching TV. TV is just like essential for me during this time, but I don't want it to be the only thing that I'm doing. Just kind of finding other methods of entertainment that's just not the television is good. On top of good food is just also some sort of exercise. Obviously, like, we can't really go out to like gyms and all these like fancy fitness studios, but you can still do some yoga at home. You could do some breathing exercises, meditation. I have a treadmill that takes up half of my bedroom. It's huge, and I'm looking at it right now because it's just so ugly. But I have a treadmill, and I'm trying to get into a routine of like doing it for 20-30 minutes a day, just to kind of help me get some sort of physical activity, and like those endorphins make you feel so good and so productive, especially for being home. I'm all about feeling productive. I love relaxing, but also just like I don't want to look back at this time, at this break that I'm having, and feel like I wasted it on just nothing, you know? So I want to just kind of incorporate good, healthy habits that I can take on for after this whole pandemic is over. Another thing that you can do is like decluttering and spring cleaning. I went through my closet and my daughter's closet. My daughter is some, like, obviously kids, they outgrow their stuff so quickly, and I've just been putting off going through everything that doesn't fit for so long. Honestly, it's probably been like a year, to be honest, since I've done it. So kind of taking a step back and doing that. I did it a couple weeks ago and it was amazing, and now I can see what she really needs and like what items are missing for her wardrobe. I also did that for mine. I think in the next like 2 weeks I'm probably gonna now switch over from winter to spring. I didn't do it before because we were still getting chillier days, and it's still kind of chilly outside, but I can probably start taking down some of the big coats and everything just to make some room for my spring clothes. Making sure you're like keeping in contact with the outside world outside of just social media. I definitely recommend just like calling your friends and family, video chatting, FaceTiming. It just feels good, and I'm sure it makes their day too to hear from you and to know that you're thinking of them throughout this time, and you're taking time out of your day to just see how they're doing. I think everyone at this time just kind of needs support, and because we can't be there for each other on a physical level, just like being there through calling and stuff is always like awesome, or just even shooting out a text. But there's something about a video call that just makes the connection feel more real. And the last but not least, don't be afraid to add in relaxing and do nothing days. That's a huge part of this time, is just relaxing and taking a step back. But I just don't want that to be your entire time. Well, for me personally, if you think that that's something you need, if you've been overworked and you're just exhausted and you want to do nothing for, I don't know how long this is going to last, then feel free to do that. But this is for people who, you know, want to feel a little bit more productive and put together throughout this time. I think incorporating a couple do nothing days in the week is totally fine. And like sleeping in and staying up, I feel like even now my sense of time is completely off. Like I'm eating dinner at like 5 o'clock now, which is crazy because I usually eat at like 8. So it's just interesting how like everything just has kind of been shifting from a schedule's perspective. But that's pretty much it of my tips. I'm really looking forward to continuing to do videos for you guys. This is fun, and this is kind of like a little bit of my own self-care. So if you guys like, please, if you're interested in making videos or doing a blog or anything, just this is the time. This is where the creative juices can start flowing, because we don't have the distractions from the outside world besides the news. Turn off the freaking news and take a break sometimes, because that can be pretty depressing. But that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and yeah, I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.